Our top story, over 50 people have died in Tamil Nadu in the illicit liquor case. Dozens more are being treated in hospital as we speak. In fact, at least over 60 people are still hospitalized and the death toll, as we mentioned, has crossed 50. Police have arrested a suspected bootlegger and detained 2 others, but these are just the bare minimum. This cannot be the people who are actually involved in running the gang responsible for this massive tragedy. The Madras High Court today, while hearing a petition linked to such huge cases, has asked the Tamil Nadu government how could they let such a tragedy happen again. In fact, the court referred to an incident last year and has asked the government to give an action taken case from 2023 in which 22 people had died. The incident has shocked the state, with opposition staging a protest outside the assembly demanding CM Stalin's resignation. Stalin, on the other hand, spoke in the assembly today saying he's not running away from his responsibilities.
This shed-like structure you see outside this little house is the place where they sold illicit liquor. It's a kind of a outdoor bar joint here to sell and to consume illicit liquor, and telltale signs of illicit liquor having been sold in packets like this. Police have secured at least 200 liters of illicit liquor from this area, and on this side you have a court, local people say, used for the consumers, for those who come to drink here, to sit here and drink. At Karunapuram village, the ground zero of the illicit liquor tragedy, families are shattered. These 3 siblings lost both their daily wage parents. The old grandmothers don't know who would take care of them. A few houses away, Murugan, a lone man, lost 4 members in his family, including his dad Vijayan. One of the arrested men, an alleged bootlegger, he says, sold illicit liquor from 4 in the morning. Police knew about this but did nothing as they were paid off.
எல்லாத்துக்கும் மாமூல் போது காசு நாங்கள் தரோம், நீங்கள் ஏன்டா போலீஸுக்கே மாமூல் போகுது, நீங்கள் ஏன்டா கேட்குறீங்க சார்? அதான் இருக்குது சார் பக்கத்தில் ஸ்டேஷன் 24 போலீஸ் வருவாங்க. வக்கீல் வீடு எல்லாமே இங்கே லைனாக, வேறு எங்கேயும் இல்லை, எல்லாம் லைனாக சுற்றி தான் இருக்குது.
The issue reverberated in the assembly, with opposition leader and AIADMK chief EPS demanding Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's resignation. Stalin hit back, saying the government has ordered strict action and will not spare the guilty.
மக்கள் கொதித்து போயிருக்கின்ற இந்த சம்பவம் குறித்து கூட சட்டமன்றத்தில் பேசுவதற்கு வாய்ப்பளிக்கவில்லை என்றால் சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினராக தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டதற்கு அர்த்தமில்லாமல் போய்விடும்.
அமைச்சர்கள் மட்டுமில்லாமல் உள்துறை செயலாளரையும் டிஜிபியையும் நேரில் செல்ல உத்தரவிட்டிருந்தேன். அவர்களை 2 நாளில் விசாரணை அறிக்கையை கொடுக்க சொல்லியிருக்கிறேன். அந்த அறிக்கை கிடைத்ததும் அதன் மீதான நடவடிக்கைகளை துரிதப்படுத்துவேன் என உறுதி அளிக்கிறேன். நம் அனைவருக்கும் வார்த்தைகளால் விவரிக்க முடியாத அளவிற்கு வேதனையை அளித்துள்ள இந்த துயர சம்பவத்திற்கு பொறுப்பாளர்கள் மீது உரிய நடவடிக்கை மேற்கொள்ளப்பட்டு வருகிறது என்பதை தாங்கள் நன்கு அறிவீர்கள்.
More than 50 dead, and this is the second illicit liquor tragedy under the ruling DMK. The demand seeking M.K. Stalin's resignation, questioning his competence and control over the police force he heads, is getting louder. Pressure is also mounting on the DMK to implement phased closure of liquor shops, something it had promised earlier. At Karunapuram with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find It TV.
Right, on to the other important story that we've been tracking, and this from the national capital, and there's no relief for the Delhi Chief Minister. In fact, there was a setback in the court today for Arvind Kejriwal, as just hours before he was supposed to come out of jail on bail, the High Court, which was hearing his a petition by the Enforcement Directorate has reserved the bail order which was granted to him by a trial court. Now this as the Enforcement Directorate challenged the bail, claiming that the trial court had not given sufficient time for the ED to place their arguments, calling the trial court's order a perverse order. Kejriwal's counsel in court in fact countered that, saying that ED's case was completely biased.
ट्रायल कोर्ट ने अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को बेल दी और आज ये ऑर्डर जो है, उनका जो लिखित ऑर्डर है, रिटन ऑर्डर है, आज ये निकला है। और इस ट्रायल कोर्ट के ऑर्डर में ईडी के केस की धज्जियां उड़ा दी गई। The entire case of ED has been demolished by this order of trial court. और इस ऑर्डर के बाद ईडी का पूरा केस ढह गया है।
Joining us now is the BJP MP Basuri Suraj. Ma'am, first of all, how do you see this order?
The matter is sub judice and therefore I am not going to comment on the merits of the matter. However, there was a detailed hearing today and the order has been reserved. The court did put a stay on the operation of the impugned order, which was of course yesterday's order passed by the Rouse Avenue court. But I would like to definitely say that in the people's court or in the court of people's opinion, if you remember, the campaign of the Honorable Chief Minister was Jail ka jawab vote se. I would like to remind the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi that the people of Delhi have already voted in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. All 7 seats went in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party because the people of Delhi are aware that Mr. Kejriwal ji has absolute neck-deep involvement in the liquor scam.
My colleague Sunil Prabhu, who is tracking all the updates in court, joins us now. Sunil, take us through the main highlights. There was, of course, a position placed by the Enforcement Directorate in front of the court saying that they were not heard properly by the special court. But Kejriwal's legal team, of course, insisted that ED's case was completely biased.
That's right. So as you rightly pointed out, the Additional Solicitor General, Mr. Raju, kept harping on the point with the High Court that his pleas and he was not allowed to argue extensively in the lower court and that certain points were neglected. There were some factual mistakes. To counter that, Mr. Singhvi as well as Mr. Harish Chaudhary, Vikram Chaudhary had made 2 important points. One, that Mr. Kejriwal is not a terrorist, that he's the Chief Minister and that the Supreme Court has already once given him bail. And it's on that count that both sides continue to argue. Mr. Singhvi making the point that out of the 5 hours that the court heard the bail plea in the lower court, Mr. Raju took 3 hours 45 minutes to give his arguments and Mr. Chaudhary took just a little more than an hour. So on that point, both sides they're trying to say that there is a linkage in terms of Mr. Kejriwal's direct involvement, actual involvement, and of course vicarious involvement in terms of the Aam Aadmi Party. So let's see what the court has reserved the orders. Expected to come on Tuesday. He's expected to give a judgment. Both sides can give written submissions and then they will take a final call one way or the other, or whether it's going to be stayed or not stayed.
That's right. For the moment, of course, Delhi Chief Minister to remain in jail. Sunil Prabhu, thank you so much for joining us with that. Now, staying with news from the national capital, amid the ongoing tussle between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP over water crisis in Delhi, Water Minister Atishi began her indefinite hunger strike today. The hunger strike, her demand is to get 100 million gallons of water per day from, in fact, the AAP has been demanding surplus water from Haryana stock and has alleged that the Haryana government is not cooperating. BJP, on the other hand, called the strike another instance of drama by Aam Aadmi Party.
Is a satyagraha the answer to a dry Delhi's problems? As Delhi's water crisis deepens, the political drama on the streets of the national capital has intensified. With the Delhi Water Minister Atishi now on an indefinite fast to demand more water from the BJP-ruled state of Haryana.
और आज से गांधी जी को श्रद्धांजलि देने के बाद मैं यहाँ पर भोगल जंगपुरा में अनिश्चितकालीन अनशन पर बैठ रही हूँ। मैं आज से कोई भी अन्न नहीं खाऊंगी, सिर्फ पानी पीऊंगी जब तक दिल्ली के इन 28 लाख लोगों की प्यास नहीं बुझती।
BJP has slammed Atishi's satyagraha as a political gimmick and demanded the resignation of the entire Aam Aadmi Party government over the water crisis.
एक राजनीतिक नौटंकी है। पानी हरियाणा सरप्लस दे रहा है ये नहीं बोलेंगी। हम तो इस पूरी सरकार का इस्तीफा मांग रहे हैं। इस आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार को अब इस्तीफा देना चाहिए। दिल्ली की जनता को माफ कर दे। जितना आप लोगों ने लूटना था लूट चुके। दिल्ली की जनता आपसे त्रस्त हो चुकी है।
There seems to be a no end to this political blame game over the water woes in the national capital, while the residents still await for a permanent solution to this crisis. Now in Delhi with camera person Arun Negi, this is Shika Verma for NDTV.
Latest in the Pune Porsche crash case, in that the juvenile's father, the teenager's father who had also been arrested in the case, has in fact been granted bail. In the case, a case linked to the main case, that is that of negligence. But for the moment, of course, there is no walking out of jail just yet, because remember, the juvenile's father has been booked in several other cases, in fact, including kidnapping. But for further on this, let me go across to my colleague Paras. Paras, what was the main argument in court today? But in effect, it also means that the juvenile's father still stays inside a jail.
Right, the arguments were made 3 to 4 days ago in this entire matter, and the order was today. So in this entire matter, there are 3 cases which has been filed against the juvenile father. The first case is under 77 and 75. It's an act of Juvenile Justice Board. In this, the father was responsible for giving him the car's key without knowing what will happen in the future and what can happen, because the boy is juvenile. So negligence case was filed against the juvenile father, and it was the first case which was filed in this entire matter against the juvenile father. The second case is of kidnapping of the driver, and the third is tampering the blood sample with the juvenile's mother. So there are total 3 cases, and in this 3 cases, now in the first case, the juvenile father has been granted bail. So in courtroom, it was said by the juvenile's father lawyer that now it has been already 3 cases on the juvenile father, and whatever investigation has to be done in the first case, the negligence case, it has been already done by the Pune Crime Branch and the Pune Police. So now there is no need for extra custody or the judicial custody. So he should be granted bail, because he can't do anything on it because he is in the jail already. So there should be a bail in this first case, and in the first case, the bail has been granted to the juvenile father. With that, today was a very important day in this entire matter, because the habeas corpus petition, the application was filed in the Bombay High Court, and over there was a heated argument between the prosecution and the lawyer of the accused. So it was a very important day, in that the major update which has came in light is that the accused father has been granted bail in the first case which was registered against him.
Significant development there, Paras. Thank you so much for joining us with that. Now, ahead of the Parliament session, a fresh political war of words has erupted. Congress has targeted centre over selection of the pro-tem speaker, Bhartrihari Mehtab. Congress has claimed that a Dalit leader is in fact being ignored for the position. The government has sidestepped Congress's criticism, saying that they have only been following protocol.
ये सिंपल सा एक प्रोसीजरल एस्पेक्ट को लेकर के एक प्रो टेम स्पीकर जो ओथ देने के लिए बनाया जाता है, और एक कस्टमरी है, ये कन्वेंशन है, इसको लेकर के 2 दिन से पॉलिटिक्स किया जा रहा है। ये मैं दंग रह गया। कंज्यूकेटिव लॉन्गेस्ट जो सर्व करते हैं, परंपरागत उसको बनाने का सिस्टम है, उसको हम लोग ने एडॉप्ट किया। यहाँ कोई सिस्टम का उल्लंघन का उसी को लगेगा जिन्होंने सिस्टम और या उसका रूल नहीं पढ़ा है.
Meanwhile, political showdown continues over NEET. Today, the Congress staged protests across multiple cities seeking resignation of the Union Education Minister on moral grounds. While the Union Minister has assured action, BJP, on the other hand, targeted RJD over the UGC NET paper leak case, alleging that the accused arrested in that case is associated to RJD. Tejasvi Yadav, the RJD chief, has in fact hit back, calling it a distraction strategy by the BJP.
As student fury over India's failing exam system snowballs into a full-blown political war, the Congress ramped up its stir across cities, girouing the BJP on the streets over the NEET exam controversy.
हमारी मांग है कि सीबीआई पर भरोसा नहीं है. हम चाहते हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट की देखरेख में, सिटिंग जज की देखरेख में इसकी इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए.
Even as aspirants run from pillar to post demanding justice, the BJP and the RJD in Bihar traded claims of a political link to a key accused in the paper leak.
जो किंगपिंग जो है पेपर लीक के, उन लोगों से इशू को डाइवर्ट करना चाहते हैं. जो अमित आनंद है, जो आपका नीतीश कुमार है, ये कौन लोग हैं? इनको क्यों बचाना चाहते हैं ये लोग? क्यों ये लोग जो है डाइवर्ट कर रहे हैं इशू को? तो इशू को जो है डाइवर्ट नहीं करना चाहिए.
हम लोगों ने, सब लोगों ने मिल करके निर्णय लिए हैं कि बिहार के अंदर ये माफिया राज को खत्म करना, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को बहाल करना. आज इसके माध्यम से जो हमारे साइट पर, खनन के साइट पर हत्याएं होती है, गोलियों की बारिश होती है, अवैध खनन के लिए गैंगवार लड़ाई होती है, वो सब भी कैद होंगे और दिखाई पड़ेंगे.
Raising questions on the exam mafia in Bihar running with impunity, the police now suspect the role of a solver gang after the 4 accused confessed to their involvement in leaking the paper. With no clarity on the counselling yet, the future of nearly 24 lakh candidates hangs in the balance. Many like 19-year-old Vikas Singh have gone through multiple grueling attempts at what is seen as one of the toughest competitive exams.
I have been through this grill so many times that this has seriously led to a like what you can say a mental trauma kind of condition. It was really something. It was really worse to our which could have happened to us.
In the line of fire, the national testing body has begun the process of re-examination for over 1,600 students whose grace marks have now been nixed. The Education Minister insists that the integrity of the exam is intact and that the guilty will be punished.
Our government is 100% committed for transparency, for the betterment of our students' future, and I assure you again, no malpractices, no irregularities will be tolerated by our government.
With no clear solution in sight, the system has failed these students who have no trust left in one of the world's largest testing bodies. With Prabhakar Kumar and Saurabh Gupta, Vedant Agarwal for NDTV.
News now from the state of Maharashtra and a law and order shocker there. 6 policemen were injured after an angry mob pelted stones and attacked a police station over the rape and murder of a 6-year-old in Jalgaon district of Maharashtra just last week. Congress said that it's lost faith in the Maharashtra government, while BJP retorted that while there is delay, there will be no injustice.
Bloodied policemen and an angry mob. Violent clashes took place in Jamner in Jalgaon.
angered by the rape and murder of a 6-year-old girl, an angry mob pelted stones and torched vehicles at the police station, demanding the accused, a 35-year-old, be handed over to them.
आज त्याला ताब्यात घेतलेलं होतं. त्या कारणावरून बेकायदेशीर जमाव पोलीस स्टेशनसमोर जमलेला होता. त्यांना पोलिसांनी भरपूर समजावले की जे कायदेशीर कारवाई आहे ती होणार आहे, तुम्ही कायदा हातात घ्यायचे काय कारण नाही. परंतु त्यांनी काही न ऐकता पोलिसांवर दगडफेक केलेली आहे, पोलीस स्टेशनवर दगडफेक केलेली आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये 7 ते 8 पोलीस अंमलदार आपले जखमी झालेले आहेत.
At least 20 people have been detained in connection with the violence and more arrests are expected.
कोई भी चिंता की बात नहीं है, किसी भी पुलिस कर्मचारी को सीरियस इंजरी नहीं है. 2 लोगों को माइनर फ्रैक्चर्स हैं, परंतु कोई भी सीरियस इंजरी नहीं है. सारे पुलिस कर्मचारियों को अच्छी औषध उपचार यहाँ पर दी जा रही है और जिला के वरिष्ठ पुलिस अधिकारी और हमारे सारे जो मेडिकल क्षेत्र के जो अधिकारी हैं, डीन साहब हो, सिविल सर्जन हो, ये सारे लोग यहाँ पर आज उपस्थित हैं.
The opposition has questioned the state government over the deteriorating law and order situation, saying citizens have lost faith in the police.
Definitely, people have lost trust, not only in law and order, regarding Deputy CM also. But definitely, government need to work on this. People don't have a good feeling for them, and they don't trust government right now. That is the truth.
BJP leader and special public prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam has appealed to people to let law to take its course and not take the law into their hands.
पुलिस कर्मी की भी ये नैतिक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि सबूत स्ट्रॉन्ग इकट्ठा, मेडिकल एविडेंस एंड साइंटिफिक एविडेंस की चेन जुड़ाना होगा. थोड़ा धीरज रखिए, देर है अंधेर नहीं. कानून के हाथ भी बहुत लंबे होते हैं.
The incident in Jalgaon is a stark reminder of the growing mistrust in the system. Lack of transparency, corruption in the system, and delayed justice are contributing factors to this mistrust. Ultimately, it's the common man who suffers. With video journalist Sagar Shirke, this is Radhika Ramaswamy for NDTV.
Now, it was the 10th International Yoga Day today, and the Prime Minister led the celebrations, led the event from Srinagar, sending a strong message that yoga cannot be a practice simply linked to one community. Take a look at the celebrations coming in today.
Prime Minister leading the Yoga Day celebrations from Kashmir. Srinagar was the venue of choice for the Prime Minister this year. Even as rain put a spanner in the works briefly, the venue for the celebrations was shifted inside the halls of Sher-e-Kashmir International Conference Centre on the banks of Dal Lake. Prime Minister Narendra Modi didn't disappoint hundreds of people who had come to join the celebrations and took selfies with them. By holding first such yoga event in Kashmir, it was the government's bid to change perceptions about yoga that's often linked to a particular faith. PM Modi said that the Saudi Arabia, a country central to Muslim faith across the world, has adopted yoga in their education curriculum.
इंटरनेशनल योगा डे 10 वर्ष की ऐतिहासिक यात्रा पूरी कर चुका है. 2014 में मैंने यूनाइटेड नेशंस में इंटरनेशनल योगा डे का प्रस्ताव रखा था. भारत के इस प्रस्ताव का 177 देशों ने 177 समर्थन किया था और ये अपने आप में एक रिकॉर्ड था. तब से योग दिवस लगातार नए रिकॉर्ड बनाता जा रहा है.
As India celebrated its legacy of yoga, union ministers and top national leaders observed the 10th International Day of Yoga across the country. From the Marine Drive at Mumbai to troops at borders, there was enthusiastic display of yoga sessions across the country.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दुनिया के समक्ष हमारी योग पद्धति को रखा, जिसे दुनिया ने न सिर्फ सराहा बल्कि अपनाया भी. आधुनिक समय में आज यदि योग को वैश्विक पहचान मिल रही है तो इसमें प्रधानमंत्री जी का एक बहुत बड़ा योगदान है. साथियों, आज अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस के अवसर पर सिर्फ भारत में ही कार्यक्रम नहीं हो रहे हैं बल्कि भारत के बाहर कई जगहों पर भी कार्यक्रम हो रहे हैं.
There were even pictures of dog squads doing yoga alongside troops. Bollywood celebrities also joined in, posting pictures on social media handles. Bureau report for NDTV.
Right, and on that note, we'll in fact be slipping into a short break, but we are leaving you with a glimpse, an entire package of the best visuals coming in from Yoga Day. Thanks for watching.